Hello everybody, this is Adrian for WapCar.my here to help you find your next perfect car. It's been 1 year since we collected our Perodua Ativa, and in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a full rundown on all the good, the bad, as well as the running costs that we've incurred in the past 12 months. So our Ativa is now coming up to 20,000 kilometer mileage, which is the average annual mileage of what a typical Malaysian driver would use. And so far we've been using it for daily office commutes, occasional long distance highway drives, as well as a support car for photos and video shoots. First up, the good. I absolutely love the driving experience of the DNGA platform. It is the best driving Perodua yet. It's pliant, steers very well, and offers great balance around the bends. Moreover, the well-sculptured seat offers you great comfort as well as support on long distance drives. It is finally a Perodua that doesn't feel hollow when you hit a bump or hump, and it doesn't drain your soul when you drive it. Next is the full suite of ADAS available on the range-topping Ativa AV variant, which bundles adaptive cruise control and lane keep control. These two functions dramatically reduces fatigue on long-distance drives, and everyone on the WapCar team is impressed by this system by Perodua because it's fairly reliable, it reads the road markings well, stay in lane pretty okay, and most importantly, it doesn't catches you off guard, so that's very important. But if I may add is that if only this came with low speed follow or stop and go traffic assist, it will make it infinitely better because you're able to use ACC in traffic jam situations. On that note, if you have the budget, I would strongly recommend you to upgrade the head unit to one that supports both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to dramatically improve the in-car connectivity as well as audio quality in the Ativa. Because this system, this head unit in Ativa, doesn't connect to the CAN bus of the car, which means it doesn't connect to, it's not linked to any of the car's systems, unlike the Proton X50, so you're able to interchange the head unit without losing any functions in the car. Other not so great parts about the Ativa is the rather tight rear cabin space. Now, the Ativa has longer wheelbase compared to the Myvi, but the available knee room in the Ativa is only 2 tennis balls worth, while the Myvi is able to accommodate up to 4 tennis balls worth of knee room. Now, this would become a concern for family buyers, parents who plans on having their Ativa to ferry their kids around and have a rather large child seat back here. So that will become a little bit tight for parents. Another not so great thing about the Ativa is the vibration of the 3-cylinder engine. You do feel it coming into the cabin through the footwell as well as into the seats. Now, we have since installed this Enzo car mat, which has rather thick material that helps to dampen the resonance a little bit. And I also would strongly recommend all Perodua owners to opt for the Vibratile optional accessory on Perodua's official Gear Up accessory catalog to help dampen the vibration on the door cards. Thirdly, the peppy 1-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged engine and DCVT automatic transmission. It is an immensely responsive powertrain, always giving you all that 98 horsepower and 140 Nm of torque the moment you dab the throttle. It makes it very nice to drive in the city because coming out of junctions, making quick overtakes, the engine will give you all that power and response. However, do not for a moment think that this is a performance-oriented SUV just because it has a turbo, because, well, it is not. Based on our drag race with our friends over at Autobus.my, the Ativa came in last compared against the Nissan Almera and Proton Iris. So yeah, it's not a performance SUV. Next up is the rather small fuel tank on the Ativa of 36 litres. Now, based on WapCar fuel consumption tests, in totality, we manage an average fuel consumption of 7.37 litres per 100 kilometers in our Ativa. And that gives us a theoretical range of 500 kilometers if we use down to the last drop of fuel. However, if we don't do that, usually we fill up at between 350 to 400 kilometers. That's because the fuel indicator drops down to 2 or 1 bars of fuel. Now, we could squeeze an extra 50 to 80 kilometers, but that would risk us running on fumes, and that is not good for the car. Running costs on the Ativa has been pretty straightforward, only insurance, petrol and maintenance. Of 19,586 kilometers, we filled up a total of 1,459.466 liters of RON 95, which amounts to 2,992.34 cents. Service cost for 1,000 km inspection, 10 and 20,000 service, as well as balancing alignment amounts to 579 ringgit 80 cents. In total, we have expended 3,572 ringgit and 14 cents for the past 1 year, about 20,000 kilometers. So on average, the monthly running cost for an Ativa is 297 ringgit on top of the monthly loan repayments. Assume you took a 7-year loan, which is the max you want to go, 10% down payment, 3% interest rate. The monthly installment for this range-topping Ativa AV variant dual tone would be 933 ringgit. And our cost to insure this Ativa is 2,231 ringgit and 90 cents. We at WapCar will always advise our viewers and readers that your monthly car expenses shouldn't exceed 30% of your monthly income. So your monthly income should be above 4,750 ringgit to be able to comfortably afford this Ativa AV dual tone. Barring the little niggles on the Ativa, I think this is a fantastic product from Perodua. It has enabled the wider Malaysians to be able to experience and afford advanced technologies in the form of a turbocharged engine, sophisticated platform, as well as level 2 ADAS. Yes, it is not as spacious nor practical as a Honda HR-V. The engine is a little bit more vibraty than I like, and it doesn't have the same high quality premium touch points as a Proton X50. But hey, you know what? I think this Ativa is an exciting start to Perodua's next generation of cars. There you have it, folks, an honest rundown to our Perodua Ativa's 1-year ownership. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it to the disassembly because our timeline has been pushed back due to the ongoing pandemic. We weren't able to clock out the mileage quick enough, and the time and cost incurred makes it no longer viable for us to do the disassembly because it is now time for the Ativa to go. As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.